Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do CIE A-Level Maths Pure Mathematics 1, paper code 9707, and we're going to do solving trigonometric equations. This is a part of trigonometry. I've already uploaded the video for solving trigonometric identities, which you can check out at the link above. In this video, we'll be using possible questions from 2018 to 2025. If you want to access this document, I'm sharing the link in the description below. In this document, you will find all of the questions that come from trigonometry, starting from 2018 to 2025. So let's start with the question, see how you can solve trigonometric equations and develop better understanding for it. So if you look at this, it says that solve the equation 6 sine theta equals to 1 plus 2 over sine theta for theta is between negative 180 to 180. So 6 sine theta equals to sine theta plus 2 over sine theta. We make the denominator same, then we cross multiply. So 6 sine square theta equals to sine theta plus 2. Bring everything on one side. 6 sine square theta minus sine theta minus 2 equals to 0. Now we assume that sine theta equals to x. So we have a quadratic equation which is going to be 6 square minus x minus 2 equals to 0. If you want to keep it in terms of sign, that's also fine. If we want to change it to a variable so that it looks easier to solve, you can also do that. So now we factorize this quadratic equation. 6 times 2 is 12. Factors of 12 that we can use to replace x is going to be 4 and 3. So 6x squared minus 4x plus 3x minus 2 equals to 0. In the first two terms, we have 2x common. So 3x minus 2 comes in the bracket. In the last two terms, we have plus 1 common. So again, 3x minus 2 comes in the bracket. So we have 3x minus 2 times 2x plus 1 equals to 0. One value of x is 2 over 3 and the other is negative 1 over 2. Which means sine theta is going to be 2 over 3 and sine theta is going to be equal to negative 1 over 2. So theta is going to be sine inverse of 2 over 3, which gives 41.81 degrees. And over here, theta is going to be sine inverse of negative 1 over 2, which is going to give us negative 30 degrees. So 41.81 is going to come in the first quadrant and the second quadrant because sine is positive in the first and second quadrant. Sine is negative in the third quadrant and in the fourth quadrant. So they want the angles between negative 180 and positive 180. So this is 0, this is 180, and then backward 0, this is negative 180. So 0 to 180 we have 41.81 and then 180 minus 41.81 because this is the other angle. And then over here we have negative 30 and then we will have 180 minus 30 which would give us negative 150. The reason why it's negative because it's in the third quadrant. So 180 minus 41.81, that's going to be 138.19 degrees. And over here, 180 minus 30, which is 150 degrees. So the angles are 41.81, which is going to be positive, 138.19, which is again going to be positive. Then we have negative 30, and then we have negative 150. Once again, 30 is negative because it's in the fourth quadrant, and 150 is negative because it's going to be in the third quadrant. And we're going in the opposite direction. We're going from 0 to negative 180. So that's why they're negative. So let's just solve the equation for sine theta tan theta equals to 1 plus 5 cos theta. So let's rewrite the tan theta as sine theta over cos theta. So 4 sine theta times sine theta over cos theta equals to 1 plus 5 cos theta. That's going to be 4 sine square theta over cos theta. Cross multiply. 4 sine square theta equals to cos theta plus 5 cos square theta. We want all of them in the same trigonometric ratio, so let's convert sine into cos because we have 2 cos over here. So 4 times 1 minus cos square theta equals to cos theta plus 5 cos square theta. Expand the bracket. 4 minus 4 cos square theta equals to cos theta plus 5 cos square theta. Collect all of the terms on one side. 5 cos square theta plus 4 cos square theta plus cos theta minus 4. That's going to be 9 cos square theta plus cos theta minus 4. Replace the cos theta with x. So the equation is going to be 9x squared plus x minus 4. We're going to use the quadratic formula to solve this quadratic equation. X equals to -1 plus minus root of 1 squared minus 4 times 9 times -4 divided by 2 times 9. That's going to give us -1 plus minus 12.04 divided by 18. So x is going to be -1 plus 12.04 divided by 18, which equals 0.6133. And the other value is going to be -1 minus 12.04 divided by 18, which is going to be negative 0.7244. So now cos theta is equal to 0.6133. Theta is going to be cos inverse of 0.6133, which equals 52.17 degrees. And for the other one, cos theta equals to negative 0.7244. So theta is going to be cos inverse of negative 0.7244. That's going to be 136.42 degrees. They want the angles between -180 to 180. So same thing. Cos is positive in the first quadrant and in the last quadrant. So 52.17 comes over here and here. And for the other one, cos is negative in the second quadrant and the third quadrant. So this is 136.42 and this is 136.42. So theta is going to be positive 52.17 from 0 to 180, then positive 136.42, and then from 0 to -180 we have negative 52.17 and negative 136.42 because now we're going in the opposite direction. So these are your 4 angles. Then it says find the exact solution of the equation cos 1 over 6 pi plus tan 2x plus root 3 over 2 equals to 0, where x is between -1 over 4 pi and +1 over 4 pi. So first let's find the value of cos pi over 6. That's root 3 over 2. Plus tan 2x plus root 3 over 2 equals to 0. So that's 2 root 3 over 2 plus tan 2x equals to 0. The 2's get cancelled out. So tan 2x equals to negative root 3. 2x equals to tan inverse of negative root 3, which is going to give us negative pi over 3. Pi by 4 is basically 45 degrees. So this is negative 45 and this is positive 45. Pi by 3 is 60 degrees. So if it's negative pi by 3 for tan, it's going to be over here and over here because tan is negative in the second and the fourth quadrant. Now our limit is between 0 to 45. So this angle is greater than 90. So it can't be from 0 to 45. But for this angle, this is between 0 and -45. because it's going in the opposite direction in the negative side. So negative pi by 3 comes in the range of 0 to negative 45, which is negative pi by 4. So our angle is going to be 2x equals to negative pi by 3, and x is going to be negative pi by 3 divided by 6. Because we make x the subject, so 2 divides pi by 3, so it's going to be negative pi by 6. That's the answer. Then it says solve the equation 4 sine to the power 4 theta plus 12 sine square theta minus 7 equals to 0 for theta is between 0 and 360. So let's begin with replacing sine square theta with x, which means it's going to be 4x squared plus 12x minus 7 equals to 0. Because if sine square theta is x, sine to the power of 4 theta is going to be x squared. So 4 times 7 is 28. Factors of 28 are 14 and 2. So we can use those 4x squared plus 14x minus 2x minus 7 equals to 0. Between 4x squared and 14x, we have 2x common. So 2x plus 7 comes in the bracket. And between negative 2x and negative 7, we have negative 1 common. So 2x plus 7 comes in the bracket. So 2x plus 7 times 2x minus 1 equals to 0. So x is going to be equal to negative 7 over 2 and x is going to equal to 1 over 2. Which means sine square theta equals to negative 7 over 2 and sine square theta is equal to 1 over 2. Take the square root on both sides. We know that we can't take the square root of a negative number, so this is not applicable. Sine theta is equal to plus minus root of 1 over 2. So one value is going to be sine inverse of root of 1 over 2, which is going to give us 45 degrees. Since sine inverse of negative root of 1 over 2, that equals negative 45 degrees. Sine is positive in the first and the second quadrant, and it's negative in the third and the fourth quadrant. Our angles are supposed to be between 0 and 360. So it's going to be 45, then 180 minus 45, 180 plus 45, and then 360 minus 45. Angle is measured from 0 in anti-clockwise direction. So this one, and this, all three. 45, 135, 225, and 315. These are your four values of theta. Then it says solve the equation 3 tan square x minus 5 tan x minus 2 equals to 0 for x is between 0 and 180. So let's assume that tan x is a. So 3a square minus 5a minus 2 equals to 0. 3 times 2 is 6. Factors of 6 that we can use over here is 6 and 1. So 3a square minus 6a plus a minus 2 equals to 0. Between 3a square and 6a, we have 3a common. A minus 2 comes in the bracket, and between a and negative 2, we have plus 1 common. A minus 2 comes in the bracket. Now, a minus 2 bracket 3a plus 1 equals to 0. A is equal to 2 and a is equal to negative 1 over 3. So tan x equals to 2 and tan x equals to negative 1 over 3. X is going to be tan inverse of 2, which is going to give us 63.43 degrees. And then over here, x is going to be tan inverse of negative 1 over 3, which gives us negative 18.43 degrees. The angles are supposed to be between 0 and 180. So tan is negative over here in the second quadrant, positive in the first quadrant, third quadrant, negative in the fourth quadrant. So since our focus is from 0 to 180, our angles are going to be 63.43 and 180 minus 18.43, which is going to give us 161.57 degrees. These are your two angles for x. Then find the set of values of k for which the equation 3 tan square x minus 5 tan x plus k equals to 0 has no solution. If it has no solution, that means our discriminant is going to be less than 0. So b is going to be -5, a is going to be 3, and c is k. So let's plug this in the equation. -5 squared minus 4 times 3 times k is less than 0. 25 minus 12k is less than 0. -12k is less than -25. We divide both sides by -1, so it's going to be 12k is greater than 25. We always flip the inequality if we are dividing or multiplying both sides by -1, or like any negative thing. So k is going to be greater than 25 over 12, which is greater than 2.083 recurring. That is the set of value for k. Then for the equation 3 tan square x minus 5 tan x plus k equals to 0, state the value of k for which there are 3 solutions in the interval 0 to 180. Find these solutions. So first, to fully understand this, we need to look at the tan graph first. So in a tan graph, we know that it's passing through 0, and then there's an asymptote at 90. Then it's again passing through 180, and then there's an asymptote at 270. And it keeps on going like this. So we have a solution at x equals to 0. We have a solution at x equals to 180. We need to find the value of k where there are 3 solutions. So as you can see, at x equals to 0 and x equals to 180, the graph is crossing the x-axis. There is no y-intercept. So we can assume over here that k equals to 0. So if k equals to 0, 3 tan square x minus 5 tan x plus 0 equals to 0. So 3 tan square x minus 5 tan x equals to 0. Now if we factorize this, we can take tan x common, and we have 3 tan x minus 5 in the bracket. So one value of tan x is 0, and the other is 3 tan x equals to 5, and tan x equals to 5 over 3. When you plug this in the calculator, tan inverse of 0 is 0. So x is 0. And then when you do tan inverse of 5 over 3, that's going to be 59.03 degrees. They want us to state the value of k for which there are 3 solutions in the interval 0 to 180. Now we know tan is positive in the first and the third quadrant. So 59.03 over here and over here. Now if you notice, we have one solution which is x equals to 0. The other is 59.03, and the third one is 180. We have 3 solutions when k equals to 0, which means the value of k should be 0. That is the value at which we get 3 solutions for this equation. Then you have solved the equation tan theta plus 2 sine theta over tan theta minus 2 sine theta equals to 3, where theta is between 0 and 180. Cross multiply first. So tan theta plus 2 sine theta equals to 3 bracket tan theta minus 2 sine theta. Expand the bracket, which is going to be 3 tan theta minus 6 sine theta. Collect the like terms on each side. So 2 sine theta plus 6 sine theta on one side and 3 tan theta minus tan theta on the other side. So that's 8 sine theta equals to 2 tan theta. Now we know that tan theta is basically sine theta over cos theta. So we bring that over here, sine theta times cos theta over sine theta, and take the 8 on the other side, so it's 2 over 8. That's going to be cos theta equals to 2 over 8. Cos theta equals to 1 over 4. Theta is going to be cos inverse of 1 over 4, which is going to give us 75.5 degrees. Now they want the angle from 0 to 180. So 0 to 180, cos is only positive in the first quadrant, so this is your value of theta. This is solve the equation 3 sine square 2 theta plus 8 cos 2 theta equals to 0 for theta is between 0 and 180. So we can replace this sine squared 2 theta with 1 minus cos squared 2 theta. This way the entire equation is in terms of cos theta. Expand the bracket. 3 minus 3 cos squared 2 theta plus 8 cos 2 theta equals to 0. I'm going to multiply the entire equation by -1 to make the cos square positive. So 3 cos square 2 theta minus 8 cos 2 theta minus 3 equals to 0. Assume that cos 2 theta equals to x. So it's going to be 3x squared minus 8x minus 3 equals to 0. 3 times 3 is 9. Factors of 9 which can replace 8 is 9 and 1. So 3x squared minus 9x plus x minus 3 equals to 0. Between 3x squared and 9x, we have 3x common. So x minus 3. And between x and -3, we have plus 1 common. X and minus 3. So x minus 3 bracket 3x plus 1 equals to 0. X equals to 3 and x equals to -1 over 3. So cos 2 theta equals to 3 and cos 2 theta equals to -1 over 3. So 2 theta is going to be cos inverse of 3, which equals not applicable. There's no answer for that. 2 theta equals to cos inverse of -1 over 3, which is going to give us 109.47 degrees. That's going to be this, and then this. In the second and the third quadrant, your cos is negative. They want the angle from 0 to 180, so that's just going to be positive 109.47, and then we divide it by 2 to find the value of theta. That's going to be 54.74 degrees. Other value is going to be this, because once again we're going from 0 to 180. So if we do 360 minus 109.47, 360 minus 109.47, that's going to give us 250.53. Then we divide it by 2, and that is 125.27 degrees. That is the other value. The reason why I subtracted 109.47 from 360 is that we're measuring the angle from 0 to 180. So it's in the anti-clockwise direction, like the normal one that we use. Once we subtract that, 2 theta equals to 250.53. So theta would be half of it, and that is less than 180. Hence, both of these angles are your values of theta. The diagram shows part of the graph of y equals to a plus tan bx, where x is measured in radians and a and b are constants. The curve intersects the x-axis at negative 1 over 6 pi 0 and the y-axis at 0 root 3. Find the values of a and b. So we make two equations, solve them simultaneously and find the values of a and b. One equation is going to be 0 equals to a plus tan of b times negative 1 over 6 pi. And the other one is going to be root 3 equals to a plus tan of b times 0. Now b times 0 is 0 and tan of 0 is 0. So root 3 equals to a plus 0 and root 3 is the value of a. Now to find the value of b, we substitute back into the first equation. 0 equals to root 3 plus tan of b times negative 1 over 6 pi. We take root 3 to the other side, so it's going to be negative root 3. Take tan inverse of negative root 3. That equals to b times negative 1 over 6 pi. That's negative 1.04719. Cross multiply negative 0.4719 times 6 divided by negative pi equals to b. So that's going to be 2. So value of a is root 3 and b is 2. And with that, we're done with the questions for solving trigonometric equations. These are the type of questions you will most commonly get in your exam. If you have any questions or confusions, please leave a comment below and I'll help you out. And if you understood everything, please like and subscribe and share this video with your friends.